Andy, a 4-0 loss away at Cardiff City. How do you dissect the result?
A bit shell-shocked, to be honest. I'm not too sure. Obviously, we've conceded an early goal, which I think has deflated us slightly. So our heads have sort of dropped a little bit there during that mid part of the first half. Very quickly 3-0, and from there we've recovered. Girls have shown great team spirit, great effort, great work rate. And then of course we get the body blow of the sending off not too far into the second half. Girls sort of like galvanised themselves again. Fourth goal, mid to late half, but even with 10 players they've dug in there and done really, really well. So in terms of their effort, in terms of their commitment, I'm really, really proud. Obviously the first goal's a little bit confusing and disappointing as to how that's come about. One or two of the other goals may be avoidable, but I just feel as though in terms of the sending off, the referee set himself up there, because I think he's given Lexi a yellow card for the first one in something like the 8th or the 9th minute, which was barely the second foul in the game, and I'm not really sure it was a yellow card offence. So she's then running the tightrope, and he then says to us, well, the second one is for count back because she's committed so many fouls. Well, the problem was that he booked her on the first one, and he set himself up. So poor Lexi then ends up off the pitch. So that obviously is disappointing as well, because she now gets a 1-game ban.
Overall, what did you think of the first half performance starting there?
Well, we played in the first sort of 10 minutes up until the first goal. I thought we made a relatively good start. We got them on the back foot. We got ourselves forward and created one or two half chances. But as I say, the opening goal really has deflated us, and then we've stopped playing again for a certain while until we've then regathered our thoughts and regathered our spirit a little bit to then finish the half relatively well. So the first half went by in a flash really, and we'd hardly played, and we just felt as though, we said at half time, you need to play on the front foot a little bit more because we're showing them too much respect, and we tried to get a little bit tighter second half, but obviously the sending off has killed us.
Safe to say the second 45 was a lot better than the first 45. What do you think, only losing the second half 1-0?
Well, yeah, we were pleased obviously with the sending off as well. You go down to 10 players, you fear the worst. You think it's it could be whatever scoreline. So in the end, to keep it down to 4, the players have done really, really well. And as I said to you right at the start, we can't fault their endeavours, their work rate, their commitment and their desire. We've just not got to get down-spirited and downhearted by coming away and losing 4-0. I said to the girls, there are different games, there are bigger games and more important games than today. We've lost 4-0, it is what it is. We've got away with one there, only conceding 4. Fair play to the team. I thought they dug in and did the best that they could.
You've already reflected over quite quickly the Lexi Harrison sending off. What do you think of the 2 individual fouls?
Well, the second one I thought was a foul, but my coaching staff don't feel it was a foul, so they're a little bit perplexed as to why she's been booked for the second one. The first one was a foul, but I'm not sure it was a yellow card offence. I mean, I'd need to see it back. Referee's obviously closer than I am. He is the arbitrator for a reason. We have to go with the decisions that he made. The bottom line is that we can have a different opinion or argue the toss as much as we like with the referee. Ultimately, the referee is the person that's in charge of making those decisions. He's deemed them both cautionable offences. It's a red card, so we just have to respond to that and make sure that we're organised to deal with the aftermath.
Next week we are at home to the other side of Cardiff against Met at Park Hall. What are your thoughts going into that game?
Well, obviously, we've seen that we're missing a couple of players through injury. We've obviously got Lexi missing now for next week. So we've got to assess what players that we've got available to see what sort of performance that we can put up next week. We went there game 4 in the season and lost 2-0 and acquitted ourselves really, really well. So we know that we're not that far away if we have players on the pitch that can make an impact, and we can get a full 11 that are fit and available. So it'll be a really interesting game. It'll be another opportunity to show how competitive we are in this league, and that's what we're all about. The girls did that today. Let's hope we can do that again next week.